successfully concealed from untrained eyes.
Hi, my name's Kim Edgar and I'm an Edinburgh-based singer-songwriter. I'm also a member of the band Cara, which is predominantly based in Germany. And when I'm not on tour as a solo artist or with Cara, I'm usually at home leading community choirs. So I'm hopefully going to demystify digital. I have to say I'm someone who was quite reluctant to approach social media pre-pandemic, so hopefully I can share with you some of the things I've learned over the past year. So before the pandemic, I would say I didn't really have a social media strategy for my music. I was on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I suppose the thing I really have concentrated on in the past was building up a mailing list, so trying to gather people's email addresses at gigs and then keep in touch with what was originally a monthly newsletter, but I changed it to a bi-monthly newsletter because I thought maybe that was less annoying for people. So I've always been working hard at keeping the mailing list going, but I didn't really have a sense of what I should or what I maybe could be doing better on social media. And I think I went through a big learning curve last year. So since the pandemic, being involved with Global Music Match, I had the chance to learn a lot more about what can work and things to try and new approaches using social media. And I think that's made a really big difference to me in terms of what I'm doing now. I think I'm much clearer in the senses that I can use social media as a way to communicate and maybe reach out to people who don't know my music yet, and they might discover me that way and become interested. So one thing to mention, I suppose, is also I've always used YouTube. It never crossed my mind though to put the same videos onto Facebook, for example, where people could see them there, or to tell anybody from one digital platform that I was on a different digital platform. So really in my mind everything was pretty chaotic and unformed, and I suppose that was partly because I was a bit resistant to the whole social media thing on a personal level. So I was there to try and promote my music, but I don't think I really had any clear sense of what might be effective to do that, and therefore I probably wasn't seeing that much progress happening. And actually after getting some support from Michael Pelligrotti, I found out a lot more about things I was doing which were actually causing maybe the algorithm on Facebook, for example, not to respond well. So putting up text without a picture, for example, on a regular basis. So for my community choir, I was making a video once a week, but I was posting a notice about that happening the day before every week, and that wasn't the sort of thing that Facebook likes to see when there's no content, there's no video or photograph associated with it. I also didn't realise that each platform likes you to upload video content there, or even how to do that. So discovering that Instagram had this thing called Instagram TV where you can upload videos was a total revelation for me. I always liked Instagram because I really like looking at beautiful things, and I quite enjoyed following other people there, but I didn't really know what I had to offer other than maybe pictures of my allotment, which is sometimes beautiful, sometimes very weedy. So it's been really good to think about that and think about how I could actually present video content there that might be of interest to other people. And even the fact that maybe on Twitter I could direct people over to YouTube if I had something new up there. All of this was quite new to me, but maybe one of the main things I learned was just to get on and try some things out and find out for myself. So I think I was really hesitant about putting anything up at all, probably because I thought, who would want to hear this stuff or read this stuff? And actually, I think having the involvement in Global Music Match gave me the push to do some more things. And people responded really nicely to it, which made me think, oh, maybe I should keep doing this stuff. You know, actually some people quite enjoy seeing something more regular, maybe than a twice, every 2 months a newsletter. So it's definitely changed my perspective on things. And I think going forward, I have changed what I'm doing, and I think a little bit more about what would work where and where to direct people, so that maybe if someone's interested in a music video or interested in a bit of chat, then, they know where they can find it, and I let people know about it. So the benefits I've seen from implementing some of the things I've learned about social media have really been, I suppose the main thing has been focusing my mind on what I'm trying to do. And I found last year I got a real sense of clarity about why I'm writing songs and why I want to share them with people. And it sounds bizarre to say that social media helped me do that, but because I got the chance to think about what I was doing and why I was doing it and what might I want to share and why, it really helped me. And especially I think during the pandemic, it really helped me go, you know what, it's really important to me to write songs and share them. I remember what an impact it had on me when I heard a songwriter and I felt connected to them as a teenager, and I really hope I can do the same thing and connect with other people with some ideas that I have. So having that clarity, I think, was a kind of unexpected revelation from delving into the world of social media. But I suppose you have to think quite clearly when you're trying to communicate with people in a variety of different formats, and that's been a big thing for me. I suppose focusing my mind on trying to reach a bigger audience, because I always knew that's what I'm trying to do with my songs. I would like more people to hear them, and hopefully some people who hear them might like them. But how to reach out to people, I wasn't that sure about. And I think I've gotten over the fear of just doing something. And especially in the pandemic, when I can't get out and perform live on a beautiful stage with a grand piano like I would love to do every night of the week, in Germany with Cara, for example, when I can't do that, just to make a little film of me playing one of my favourite songs once a month, for example, and putting it up as me on my keyboard. But that's a once a month chance for me to share music that is really important to me and why it's important to me, and I found that's given me a wee focus. Also, I think just the fact I'm looking at my social media stats once a week, I'm following what was suggested at Global Music Match to keep a sort of note of that. I notice that they're growing. I notice that they grow when I put up stuff that's relevant to my career. So when I'm making content that's around my music, it's either sharing a wee section of a new song or, as I say, performing a cover song that's really important to me. I think that kind of weekly check-in just reminds me what I'm trying to do and gives me a sense that I'm going in the right direction. Because sometimes with music, and especially maybe if you're a solo artist like myself, when I'm at home in the UK, you don't really know what everyone else is doing and what you should be doing. But now I have a sense of some things that can be quite effective for just reaching out to new people and maybe keeping in touch with people who already are interested in the music that I'm making. So I think those things have been, really good to notice and understand. And yeah, I'm kind of committed. I've made commitments like that, like once a month I'm going to make a cover song and put it on social media, and maybe when I've got a new idea, I'm not going to just keep it to myself till I think it's stage ready. I might just share a little snippet of that in advance. And I suppose these things are all just really nice ways of feeling connected with other people. Even for me at the moment, sitting in my house, not getting to go anywhere and do any gigs, it's a nice feeling to think you're still sharing some sort of creative output on a regular basis.